In a dramatic and highly controversial military operation early on January 3, 2026, the United States launched air and ground strikes on key Venezuelan targets, including in the capital Caracas, culminating in the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro and his wife, Cilia Flores. The events, unfolding live on international news networks including the BBC, mark a major escalation in relations between Washington and Caracas and have sparked global political uproar. According to U.S. officials and live reporting, explosions and low-flying aircraft were reported over Caracas and surrounding regions in the early hours of Saturday, triggering widespread alarm among residents. President Donald Trump confirmed the strikes, describing them as a large-scale military operation and asserting that no U.S. service members were killed. Maduro and his wife were captured and taken into U.S. custody, with images and announcements shared by the White House and Trump himself, though details about their exact status remain unfolding. The operation targeted military bases and infrastructure in Caracas, including airfields and defense facilities, as part of what the U.S. called an effort to disable the Venezuelan government's capacity to resist. The U.S. administration framed the action as part of a broader campaign against drug trafficking and narcoterrorism, as well as an attempt to pressure the Maduro regime, which Washington accuses of corruption and human rights abuses. The U.S. announcement that it would temporarily run Venezuela until a safe transition takes place drew sharp criticism and raised complex legal questions. Many world leaders and international lawyers argue that a unilateral military operation inside a sovereign state without clear authorization from either a UN mandate or congressional approval violates international law and norms of state sovereignty. Several governments, including France, Brazil, Russia, and Iran, condemned the strikes, calling them an unacceptable breach of international law and warning that such actions could destabilize the region further. The Venezuelan government denounced the strikes as imperialist aggression, urging citizens to mobilize in defense of their nation and declaring a state of national emergency. Officials, including Vice President Delcy Rodriguez, insisted Maduro remains the legitimate leader and called on international bodies to denounce the U.S. operation. This unprecedented escalation raises serious questions about regional stability in Latin America. Neighboring countries have responded with concern, and the United Nations Security Council has been urged to convene in response to the crisis. The operation also highlights long-standing tensions over Venezuela's vast oil and mineral resources, which critics say may be part of the underlying motivation for U.S. involvement. Across social media and international commentary, reactions have ranged from support for removing Maduro to alarm about the legality and potential consequences of the military action. Some analysts warn the intervention could set a dangerous precedent for foreign military involvement, while others say it reflects a shift in U.S. foreign policy priorities. Many details, including casualty figures, the legal basis for the operation, and the exact future political structure of Venezuela, remain unclear as live coverage continues and official reports are released.